Ready to go from the Lloyd Noble Center here on the campus of the University of Oklahoma. Nia Robertson has the ball in her hands to start things off as the point guard for the Lady Vols. I'm sure we'll see plenty of Leopoldo as the game progresses. In the corner, there's Latham driving baseline. Back out to Spearman.
What's going to be important for Tennessee is they get the shots they want, not the shots Oklahoma allows them to have.
And those are the shots that Nia Robertson can knock down. A very good three-point. Second time that Tennessee has used this lineup this season. Offensive rebound for Oklahoma. They're great for getting second chance points, and right there, a second chance opportunity, and Raegan Beers drains it.
Yeah, when you're talking about guarding Raegan Beers, it's not just guarding her inside in the paint. She can stretch the floor. When she sees it, she can knock it down.
Well, answering back, putting it all together over the last 8 games. Zya Vann all the way.
She's a big reason that Oklahoma is the fastest pace, one of the fastest paced teams in the country.
Second in pace in the country as coming off that turnover. And also the number 4 scoring team in the nation, averaging about 86 points per game. Chavez with the take to the hoop, and she's fouled. Her team trailing by 1.
Well, you can tell that Jenny Baracek wants to keep Raegan Beers fresh.
Chavez, who's an excellent free throw shooter, 92% on the season, even better in conference play, hits both and gives Oklahoma the temporary lead. Leopoldo in the ball game. A number of substitutions we will see from Kim Caldwell, and a good open look from 3 for Paldo. No. Offensive rebound from Alyssa Latham. Latham kicks out to Nia Prawl. Working on Kaya Smith and wins that battle.
When you're on the road, a high-octane team like Oklahoma, holding them to shooting just 38%. Aaliyah Chavez, 4th quarter, she said, hold my Powerade. Let me take over right now.
I love the PG version here on ESPN, partner. Not sure who Verhulse was throwing it to. 3 turnovers now for the Sooners. Can the Lady Vols convert? And yes, Nia Prawl says, I got that. Prawl with 4 quick points, but out and running. You talked about the pace of Oklahoma in transition after that made bucket.
And that has come through experience. The freshman Aaliyah Chavez trusting her teammates are going to get out. She's going to get them the ball.
Woo, feeling it right now.
The best place to get Raegan Beers the basketball is from the middle of the floor, from the top, because it's hard to bring help and a double team.
Smith strokes it. No. Civil collects the rebound. And full steam ahead. Exactly knew what she wanted to do as soon as she came down with that rebound. And Jaida Civil going coast to coast.
I love the energy of Jaida Civil. She's got that bounce. And watch the rotation defensively in the press.
The pull-up at the free throw line won't go. Tapped out, and Civil once again, right place, right time, finds Paldo. And into the hands, intercepted by Smith. Up ahead, and one! Kaya Smith will go to the free throw line to try to finish off the 3-point play. She is a part of that sophomore class out of Oklahoma City, leaves it short, but right there is Sahara Williams, and that's what she can do for you. The hoop and the harm for Williams. Coach Baracek talked about the intangibles that she brings to the basketball court and how she leads. And again, another offensive rebound ripped away as Smith is fouled. And how are both teams coming out? I mean, it's a 2-point ball game, but is each team kind of executing their game plan?
Yeah, Tennessee had to do what they were supposed to do. Coming on the road, you've got to come with an aggressive. Oklahoma can't take for granted that they're at home, and so now they have picked up their intensity. I appreciate the fact that she told the truth. Her team did not fight like she expects that any player that puts on an orange uniform to perform. They responded. I think that they brought it in the Texas game. Now, against Texas A&M, not so much. Against Ole Miss, no. But they are competing right now against Oklahoma.
And the cut from Verhulse to the basket. She's fouled, but it starts with rebounding. some good looks here.
Well, I'm sorry, but you're looking at what is the impact of not having Janiah Barton. Oklahoma's taking full advantage on the shot. You got 4 people going to the glass.
A 7-0 run for Oklahoma to give the Sooners the edge. Aaliyah Cooper finds Civil. Civil puts up the 3. She got it! Jaida Civil buries the 3. Just her 12th 3-ball of the season. And again, another offensive rebound. Verhulse can't convert there. Aaliyah Cooper, their leading scorer, averaging better than 15 points a game. Cooper still searching for her first points. And this is a player who could take over at any time, and she does those things right there.
What I love about Cooper's game is that she doesn't force things. She lets the game come to her, but she is the heart and soul of this Lady Vol basketball team. Oh, great cut.
And Sahara Williams looking good early on. Williams, the junior out of Waterloo, Iowa, with her first points of the game. We talk so much about Oklahoma's offense, but what is it defensively that they do so well?
Well, they play together as a unit. They take care of each other. Not one player is left on an island.
Out on the break, here's Spearman. Can't finish at the rim, but Civil is right there on cleanup. When you think about the stretch that they had, that game against Texas A&M was the 4th game they had in 8 days. It has been a grueling schedule for the Lady Vols to try to close out the regular season. Vann with shot. Clock winding down. No problem, says Zya Vann. At the close of the quarter, and a 2-point lead for Tennessee. We mentioned in the open, and Jenny Baranczyk named a top 15 finalist for Naismith National Coach of the Year.
And right now, Aaliyah Chavez only 2 points, and Raegan Beers only 2 points. They need their 2 studs to get going.
The Sooner team, winners of 3 straight entering today's game. Indeed, second chance points, along with assisting the basketball top 5 in the nation.
And Oklahoma, listen, you can't celebrate after you score because they're going to get it out and in and down the floor.
Denia Prawl bringing it. Nice work around with the left hand. We look at Denia Prawl, 4 points. Jaida Civil, who leads the way with 9 points for Tennessee and getting some great production from this freshman class. Nowhere to go with that one.
Because she knows if you establish going inside, that's going to open up the perimeter for your 3-point shooters. Uh-oh.
Jaida Civil with a take to the hoop, kissing it high off the glass.
I refer to her as the freak because nobody can keep up with her, and she's unpredictable of what she's going to do.
Stewart goes inside and finds Culleton, who had that bounce back. And with 4 seconds left on the shot clock, Aaliyah Chavez has to make something happen. The floater got it to go as the buzzer. Cooper back the other way. Wonderful move by Aaliyah Cooper. We're looking to get it inside to Beers. Back to Chavez. Boyd tries to run it down.
Discipline with what you do.
And this Tennessee team who's coming in off of limited prep time, just 1 day off and then 1 day of prep. As again, they've had just a really challenging schedule. They get the ball back here. Paldo going all the way to the hoop. And Paldo will
Kim Caldwell likes the way that Mia has the ability to go get a bucket or a foul when you need one.
And speaking of fouls, that was Oklahoma's first top 10 recruit, averaging 11 points, part of that dynamic freshman class, number 2 signing class, according to ESPN.
This freshman has already made 43s this season.
fitting right into the system that Kim Caldwell likes to put up a lot of threes. That one, tough shot for Beers. Cooper coming up with the rebound. And Tennessee is going to try to stretch out already with their largest lead of the game. They want more. It's Maya Paldo. Paldo twins out of Patterson, New Jersey. Same hometown as Vanderbilt's Michaela Blakes. An outstanding baller for the Commodores.
Some water up there in New Jersey.
Yeah. Hey, there's Sahara Williams.
Still, Raegan Beers, only 2 points so far, and we're halfway through the second quarter.
Civil with 11 points, trying to add to that. Well, coming up next, one more game highlights, the ESPN schedule. Like everything else, it's also available on the ESPN app. The Cyclones 7-1 over the last 8 games after losing the previous 5. Audie Crooks versus Olivia Miles. Inside and out for the Cyclones and Horned Frogs. Tough bucket for Sahara Williams. Raegan was talking about how things have been shut down for Raegan Beers this afternoon.
Well, the big reason that Beers has been shut down is Tennessee is being very intentional of fronting Beers, but also pressure on the ball. And after the ball is reversed, Beers is leaving the paint, coming up top. And so when that happens, that's battle won by the Lady Vols.
We talked about Chavez and Beers in the open. They account for 39% of the points for Oklahoma. And the put to go back to that game against South Carolina. Highest in program history for Oklahoma. And Chavez was outstanding, especially in OT. How about how great Nia Robertson has been from the three-point line? She had 48 threes coming into today's game. She just adds a trio more so far.
Because Tennessee is taking the shots they want, not the shots that Oklahoma is allowing them to have. Now, Payton Verhulst, he can heat up for Oklahoma.
SEC road win for the newcomer Oklahoma to the conference. 87-86 back in Knoxville last year. Again, deep into the shot clock. Robertson had that one contested. Finds Latham, who bails her out at the last minute. Alyssa Latham.
Tennessee's got to keep moving. Now, you can't get complacent. You've played well for a quarter and a half. Now, don't get stagnant. You've got to keep doing what got you here.
Trading buckets as going hard to the hoop was Boyd. Number 16 at North Carolina hosts number 21 Louisville at 7 Eastern. Then it's second-ranked Houston at number 8 Kansas. The Fog will be rocking for sure. Houston, Kansas, 2 and 3 seed respectively by Joe Lunardi's projected seeds. How about number 3 and white Zya Vann knocking down the 3 for the Sooners. And now just the second triple knocked down by Oklahoma this afternoon. Alyssa Latham at the line. Again, just has put some really good days together. Good leader for this group.
You know, Latham's energy on the glass has been big for Tennessee. Number 33 in orange. Oklahoma going with 2 really traditional bigs on the floor.
Brooklyn Stewart and Beatrice Cullerton. The left hand, no. And Jaida Civil comes up with it. And a foul underneath the basket. And what an afternoon so far that Jaida Civil has against NC State. When Jaida Civil came out swinging, and now she's just set a new career high. Chavez, no. And the offensive rebound, another look this time, Verhulst. An extra opportunity, and Brooklyn Stewart puts it in.
That is the 12th offensive rebound for Oklahoma.
Meanwhile, Tennessee, you got to stop them on the other end. They have scored on their last 6 possessions, so they hold tight to this lead here with just over a minute 45 to go. Zya Vann, nice pull-up, Jay. Vann now with 8 points to lead the way. Correction, 10 points to lead the way. But continuing to click on all cylinders. Give credit to Tennessee looking for their shot, their best shot and opportunities. They are knocking down those shots, shooting 52%. She's got to be pleased thus far from the effort that her team has put forth so far.
I enjoyed the conversation that we had, details of where to fix it, and knows that Rome didn't build in a day. So it's going to take time to get your players to do what you're asking them to do.
3-point lead here on the road for the 21st ranked Lady Vols. Aaliyah Cooper tried to get it in to Spearman. The turnover. Chavez out and running. Pulls up for 3. Yes! The transition 3 ties it up.
Look, when the hometown team gets rolling.
Freshmen in the SEC combined. Got to get a shot off quickly. Sahara Williams says, no problem, I got it. First lead for Oklahoma since it was 15-14 back in the first. Cooper at the buzzer, no good. So Oklahoma closing on a 7 and a 2-point ball game as we start the third quarter.
And Oklahoma, look, they've got a 5-point advantage on second chance points because of their work they did on the offensive glass.
This Tennessee team comes out firing. Already 3 triples in the first half for Nia Robertson. Make it number 4 for the senior. Good open look back the other way for Zya Vann. Can't knock it down. This Tennessee team has dropped 6 of their last 8, trying not to drop another here, as it would be the worst stretch in program history in terms of losses. But this is a group that looks calm, collected, and right now just doing their thing from 3. Denia Prawl. A couple of triples for the Lady Vols. And after that, Denia Prawl 3, a little taunt there afterward. And the motion not favorable in the eyes of the officials, so a technical foul issued to the freshman, Aaliyah Chavez.
Look, the one thing that Tennessee has to understand, you're on the road. Let your game do the talking. Denia Prawl knocked it down. Oh, yeah, when you give the, and she knew it, she pulled it back right away. The shooting motion, that is a no-no, not allowed. And the officials see it, they got to call you for it.
Inside to Beers, so you see the thought press.
It is a full-time job trying to get around Raegan Beers, and you've got to constantly move your feet. Oh, nice bounce pass.
Nathan just couldn't handle it. For Oklahoma, a lot at stake for them. They could move up to a 4 seed with a win today, according to Charlie Crean's latest bracketology. That would allow them to host in the NCAA tournament. Turnaround J won't fall, but Sahara Williams is right there. The putback is true for the Sooners.
Well, she's been a major production in the paint for Oklahoma. And all 12 of her points have been in the paint.
Cool. Trying to go to work in the lane against Beers and gets the tough shot to fall. Hand off. Verhulse, free throw line, fading away, no. Cooper. Taking it all the way, fading away, won't go.
Oh,
Spearman is there to get it.
Oh, that was a big offensive rebound.
They need her and her rebounding effort this afternoon, just her first. And the Celtics face Joker. And the Nuggets NBA countdown tips off with coverage at 7. 1-point lead for Tennessee here on the road. Verhulst gives the lead right back.
Oklahoma spent a lot of time on defending this underneath out of bounds. Really concerned about the ball getting reversed. But Tennessee goes to the middle of the floor.
Drawing the contact is Talaysia Cooper wisely, and 2 quick fouls now for Brooklyn Stewart. Cooper, the team's leading scorer so far this afternoon. Gets that one to bounce in. 12 points now for Cooper, and it's even at 55.
Well, Virginia Brontech wants to check possible appeal.
Trying to pick up a big win on the road. SEC tournament right around the corner. Seedings still very much at play. As Beers is fouled on the rebound, remaining in the third quarter. And Beers at the line. Strokes through the first one. Special triple header highlighted by 4 top 25 teams. Number 17 Ole Miss on the road in Gainesville to take on the Gators at 6 Eastern. What we've come to expect, 10 teams in the AP top 25 out of the SEC this week. OVO in the house. 10 turnover, talking about OVO turnover. Inside to Beers, who has great position. Tennessee coming up with it. Leopoldo, who missed a trio of games.
But now both of these teams have left points on the board. Tennessee only is 10 of 14 from the free throw line. Oklahoma 11 of 15.
Leopoldo, this is the first of 2. Leopoldo knocks down the second.
See, with the mismatch of Civil on Beers. Now Leopoldo is on Beers.
And a foul underneath.
You can go straight to her, and with a smaller person on, you can get Beers getting a 3-point play.
And Beers closes in on another double-double. She's got 17 on the season, trailing just Medina Okot from South Carolina. And she'll go to the free throw line.
And rebounding today is just +5 against Tennessee.
It's then dropped to Kentucky, and LSU had that huge win over South Carolina here in overtime. But 3 of their last 5 losses have been, or rather 3 of their last 5 games have been in single digits, and we feel like we're moving in that direction, that this is going to be a tight ball game this afternoon. Great cut to the hoop, and Sahara Williams gets it to roll around and in.
That's a great cut by Williams, but the little drop pass by Beers, that's pretty.
Beers gets another rebound. 19th game this season with 10 or more rebounds, as Vann, Veroncheck can call on to really say some of the tough stuff that players need to hear. She takes the coaching of the staff.
That gives you the audience. That gives you the grace to be able to say, because you think your teammates know you back it up with the energy that you bring. And I think because of how hard she plays, and you look at her build, yeah, you've got pro coaches that are looking at potentially taking Sahara Williams in the draft.
Losing the handle is Tennessee.
Who is that one player to step up for her team and go, listen, we're down 4, but we have battled this whole game. There's plenty of game left. Don't panic.
How about the hustle play of Zya Vann up ahead to Sahara Williams. Williams taking on Cooper. Bounce pass to Raegan Beers. Beers, no.
And Spearman picking up that 3rd foul again. Well, Jersey Wolfenbarger may have to come in and give Tennessee some minutes.
North Carolina hosts 21st ranked Louisville at 7 Eastern. Then it's Houston and Kansas. Talaysia Cooper pulls up from the free throw line. No. The jumper won't fall. Latham. Sahara Williams launching the 3. No. Going up and grabbing that one was Beers. Sahara Williams has had multiple opportunities, but nothing would fall for the junior. Meanwhile, Jaida Civil going right in, attacking the lane. Well, Jaida Civil, who had a career-high 14 first-half points. Tacks on 2 more, and Sahara Williams gets another spin around the hoop. Latham collects the handle of it. And Verhulse does a little, wait a minute, let me go back. When you look at the pace of play and how we started out this game, Carolyn, everybody's locking in a little bit more. Things got a little tighter in this third quarter. Tough shot, not sure how it fell, but Mia Paldo spins it in. They've struggled here in this third quarter. Good defense by Paldo. But Aaliyah Chavez like, I got better offense. Freshman on freshman, Chavez advantage.
And you know Chavez likes it. When you turn up the heat, that just allows her to get in her bag.
Spearman picks up her dribble. Tried to zip it over to Paldo.
Yeah, look for a two-man game with Beers and Chavez. Make the paint be guarded, and then you got Verhulse.
Kanaya Boyd was going for the steal. And whistle for the foul in the process. 8 national championships. This group made it to the Sweet 16 last year.
From the first year to the second year, in today's day and age, with the transfer portal and all, you may reinvent yourself every year.
Hold for the final shot of the quarter. And Cooper was fouled by Zya Vann. Really big games, 29 against Texas, 30 against Ole Miss. Coop able to knock down both. 6.6 seconds left in the quarter.
Don't
Vann.
leave Chavez.
And a lot of contact. Robertson, who's already hit 4 threes, pulls up at the buzzer, and it's short.
Having only lost 1 game, but you look at their strength of schedule. Number 1, you look at their net, their quad 1 wins. You look at their top 15 wins. And the competition they got to play in the Big Ten, I think that's questionable.
UConn, the number 1 overall seed, as coming out, and Jaida Civil is able to knock down the 3. 11 teams projected to go to the NCAA tournament as of today. Remember, Oklahoma is playing for an opportunity to move up to a 4 seed according to Charlie Cream. The and 1 for Raegan Beers. And the happiness we see. Mia Paldo now with her 4th personal foul. So both she and Spearman in the 4th quarter. And Civil can't knock it down from 3 over the last 3 games. To your point with Aaliyah Chavez, better than 9 points a game. But out and running is Raegan Beers. Good look up ahead. Lauren Hurst from 3. She got it. Inside, Spearman has to be careful with those 4 fouls on Beers. And coming up empty, right there at their season average. Nia Robertson has been responsible for 5 of them this afternoon. Nia Paul back on the floor. And Wolfenbarger in their first minutes. Turnaround J is true for Alyssa Latham.
Tennessee's going to have to get Cooper back on the floor. Trying to buy her some rest time.
A deflection there. Tennessee's defense comes up with it. Robertson trying to skirt around, finding Boyd. Back to Robertson. In and out. But back to the Lady Vols. Can they capitalize? And wisely drawing that contact. Taking on the Pistons at 7:30 Eastern, then the Celtics face Joker and the Nuggets. NBA Countdown tips off coverage at 7. Pistons with currently the best record in the NBA, while the Thunder lead the Western Conference. One possession ball game. Chavez full steam ahead, and Latham is whistled for the foul. In the month of February, back to your point, Carolyn, 28 points in their losses this month.
I think you can talk to any SEC coach that has faced Oklahoma. They understand how dangerous Chavez can be in the fourth quarter.
And Prawl gets it poked away. Beers going down to get it. Payton Verhulst comes up with it. And the Sooners just getting after it. Kim Caldwell is going to bring in 4 new subs. And the correction, Spearman is playing with just 3 fouls, but still want to manage her and keep her out. Brooklyn Stewart knocking down both. Seven-point ball game in favor of the home team. Tough shot from Talaysia Cooper. She made that one look easy, but it was anything but.
Tennessee, I think Cooper's going to have to go the stretch. The last 5:50.
You hold your breath there as Z Spearman committed. Back to Paldo. Kicks it over to Civil. 6 to go on the shot clock. Civil throws up a wild one. Not what Kim Caldwell wanted in that possession. Beers asking for it inside. Swings it over. Here's Chavez. Pull up. It drops. And Oklahoma, in search of their 5th ranked win of the season, Talaysia Cooper will go to the free throw line after this. Kentucky's Clara Stratford most in the SEC. Remember, at the top of the hour, it's going to be Kentucky Vanderbilt. You know, there is no shortage of star power in the SEC. You look across every team in the conference, right? And so she's got a young squad that she's talked about that is continuously learning in this process. But she really likes where they are at this point in time. And she also says, hey, everybody has had their moment this season. And yes, we talk about Chavez, and yes, we talk about Beers, but Sahara Williams is having a moment today.
Oh, she's having a big moment. She's having an hour.
Cooper back the other way, gets it to drop. Just a reminder to our viewers, those looking for Iowa State, TCU starting on the app. You'll be joined in progress with Eric Freed and Christy Thomas-Scuddy after we're all done here. 5-point ball game. You talked about Talaysia Cooper needing to come alive. She's also at the teeth or the head of that press as well. And Tennessee on the outside looking in, trying to gain ground. One will do so today.
So that another opportunity there. Oklahoma.
Who is going to stop Dawn Staley's crew? Medina Okot had an excellent game, all 5 in double figures. And those Gamecock starters earlier today.
Don't forget about Texas. LSU, they're good too.
Which is going to make for such a player who has just been an iron woman throughout her career, started in every game.
And make her presence felt, getting the attention of WNBA teams, and she continues to progress.
Thought with the foul, and because of both teams in the bonus, that they would have had free throws instead. The inbound for the Lady Vols. And they've got some work to do, just over 2 minutes to go. Great find from Talaysia Cooper, and the finish from Alyssa Latham. Sooners get it across half court. And Cooper. Well, big difference for Tennessee if you're just tuning in. They came out shooting the ball hot.
Well, I think the biggest difference, Oklahoma plus 10 in offensive rebounds. You see how far off she's playing off of Z Spearman.
Spearman, top of the key 3. She drains it. Get back in position to host and be a top 16 seed. And Spearman is fouled.
You see Aaliyah Chavez giving information to her team of how to break the pressure.
Just her 5th point tonight. Struggled from the floor, but knocks down both of those free throws. 7 of their last 9 games. And a win with these starters average 68 points a game, each of them in double figures this afternoon. And Zya Vann leaves that one short.
She's an 85% free throw shooter.
Well, Kim Caldwell is going to spend a timeout.
Nye Robertson's 4 of 8 from the three-point line, or get the ball in the hands of Aaliyah Cooper.
Jaida Civil. Civil, who had an excellent first half, back out to Spearman. Time taken off. Spearman going right at Beers as Beers falls to the floor. And a offensive rebound put back for Jaida Civil of Raegan Beers after that shot attempt. So Aaliyah Chavez at the free throw line, a 92% free throw shooter.
And Oklahoma gets the ball.
Payton Verhulst set to inbound it. Looking to get it to Chavez. Fronting was Cooper in the backcourt. Zya Vann has it. And the Sooners are fouled. Payton Verhulst, an 80% free throw shooter. Perfect from the line today. Remains that way. And knocks down both.
And especially if she's being guarded by Raegan Beers.
You go back to Pat Summitt's first season at Tennessee. They dropped 6 of their last 8 thin, and now fouling the three-point shooter. So Chavez out with 21 points. Robertson now. Yeah, 2-possession ball game if she's able to knock down all 3. Don't go anywhere. You have said it all game.
Oklahoma's got 3 timeouts. I got to believe that.
See to have multiple double-doubles in one half this season. So you've got Williams and Beers in the backcourt. They get it into Vann quickly. They foul Vann, the sophomore out of Edmond, Oklahoma. Played with her sister Skylar here last year. Makes the first. Misses the second, but Sahara Williams coming up with a critical offensive rebound. How big has Sahara Williams been? And we saw this early in the game, the number of free throws that Oklahoma took in that first half. Civil in the corner for 3. No. Williams going up for another rebound. And already at the century mark, Oklahoma is going to close out with a huge win here against the 21st ranked Tennessee Lady Vols. The Sooners, 4 straight wins, 5th ranked win of the season, and an all-important one to try to boost them back to host the first and second rounds of the NCAA tournament.